parents, we spend a lot of time rewarding our kids for good behavior and then disciplining them or punishing them for bad behavior, as we should. That's how a lot of life is. When we're in school tends to go far better when we are following the rules and doing what we're supposed to be doing. If you're on a sports team or something like that, right, you should do what the coach is asking you to do and it will tend to go better. I think even something like driving down the road is probably a pretty good example of this, right? If you try to drive down the road without following the rules, right, you might run into reality quite quickly and quite literally. And of course our careers go the same way. Well, this is really even just a biblical principle. The Bible is often laying out for us God's way, the way in which we should live, and the Bible often will say if we live this way, it's for our good. We will do better in life. We will flourish in life. We will be even happier in life. An example of this would be Exodus 20, verse 12, one of the 10 commandments where we're told to honor our fathers and our mothers, and our days will be long. Right? The book of Proverbs is just filled with this kind of idea that we're supposed to go God's way, and that sort of narrow way. And when we step off of that road, then difficulty and trouble and calamity and all kinds of bad things happen. Now this is true, but the question is really, is this true absolutely? Is this true in all cases? And in our study this week, as we continue our study in the book of Job, we're in Job chapters 4 through 7, we're going to see Eliphaz, who answers with a resounding yes. It is the case that in all cases, if there's difficulty, if there's suffering, then you did something wrong. Right? And that if you do the right thing, then life will go well with you. And he actually accuses Job. He will accuse Job of there being something in his life that he has done wrong, and that Job ought to just acknowledge it, confess it, repent, and then life will go far better for him. Where then Job says, first of all, to Eliphaz, he's not a very good comforter since he's coming in with his accusations, but also he maintains his innocence. But Job's in this place of really being confused, just not understanding why he's going through this extreme suffering in his life. Right, so how about you? Where do you tend to be? Do you tend to be more like Eliphaz, where when something difficult is happening, you're looking around wondering what you've done wrong, what you've done to deserve that? Or are you more like Job, that when you're going through difficulty, you're just sort of struggling through and just wondering why, and just in this sort of place of confusion? This week we press into this. We press into how to understand suffering, especially suffering that doesn't seem to be the result of our poor choices, and how to think of that, how to relate to God in that. And I think this will be a really rewarding study for us this week. So I'll hand it off to our life group leaders to continue that discussion.